I grew up hearing stories about the Cadejo, whispers from old men who drank too much, warnings from my abuela when I came home after dark. Two spirits in the shape of dogs, she said. One white to protect, one black to destroy. I always thought they were just stories, until the night I learned which one had been following me my whole life. This happened 3 years ago, on a road between Chalatenango and La Palma, a place so empty at night the darkness feels heavier than the air. I was visiting family and decided to drive back late. Too late, honestly. That was my first mistake. The second mistake was stopping the car. My phone had lost signal hours before, and the GPS died with it. I knew the road was twisting but familiar enough. But somewhere after midnight I saw a shape on the shoulder, small, hunched, human-looking. I thought maybe someone needed help. I slowed down. I still wish I hadn't. When my headlights washed over it, I realized it wasn't a person. It wasn't even standing right. Its limbs were too long. Its head was angled down like it was sniffing something on the pavement. And when it turned toward me, its eyes reflected red, like coals rising in a furnace. I froze. It didn't. The thing unfolded to its full height, taller than any dog, too lanky to be a wolf. Its fur was black, but not the normal kind of black. It sucked in the light. Its legs ended not in paws, but hooves, cracked and sharp. That's when it clicked. The stories, the road, the hour, the Black Cadejo. I hit the gas so fast my tires screamed. The car fishtailed, stabilized, and tore down the road. My hands shook. I couldn't even breathe. I kept checking the mirror, praying it wasn't following. It was. About a minute later, I saw the hoof prints. Not behind me, next to the car, parallel, keeping pace. But there was nothing there, nothing in the headlights, nothing in the ditch. The prints just appeared, one after another, like something invisible was running beside me. Then the smell hit. Sulfur, burnt hair, and something deeper, something rotten, like wet earth and meat left out in the sun. I floored it. My old Toyota screamed like it was begging me to stop. The road curved hard left. I nearly missed the turn. When I looked back at the mirror, I saw it again, this time full-bodied, galloping behind me on those breaking hooves, eyes glowing red, mouth open too long, too wide, like a jaw unhinged. The worst part, it wasn't barking, it wasn't snarling, it was laughing. A low, breathy laugh, like it was enjoying the chase. The stories said the Cadejo hunted drunk men, or wicked men, or those who traveled alone. But I wasn't drunk or wicked, I was just stupid enough to stop. The car stuttered uphill, shaking. The Cadejo surged closer. I could hear its hooves striking asphalt even though the road behind me stayed totally empty in the rear lights. I don't know how to explain that part. There was nothing there, no shadow, no shape. But the sound was real. The vibrations were real. Something huge was there, just not visible. At the top of the hill, the engine sputtered, a pop, a lurch, then silence. I coasted to the shoulder, cursing, hitting the steering wheel, begging the thing to start again. The electronics flickered. The radio spat static. My headlights dimmed. The road fell dead quiet. Then I heard breathing outside the car. Deep, slow, patient breathing. I locked the doors instinctively, though I knew it wouldn't matter. The Cadejo wasn't an animal. It wasn't even a ghost. It was something older, something that didn't care about locks or human ideas of safety. I forced myself to look through the windshield. At first I saw nothing. Then 2 red points rose from the ditch as if lifted by invisible strings. The Cadejo stepped into the road without sound. Its fur hung from its body like dripping shadows. It lowered its head and stared at me through the glass. No movement, no sound, just watching. I remembered something my abuela used to say when we were kids. El Cadejo te prueba, te mira, te juzga. The Cadejo tests you. It watches. It judges. I held my breath, afraid any noise would set it off. The Cadejo tilted its head, eyes brightening. Then it began circling my car, slow and deliberate, hooves clicking like metal tapping glass. Every step left scorch marks on the pavement. Then it stopped on the driver's side. And it spoke, not with words, not with a voice. It spoke inside my head. You called me when you stopped. My skin crawled, my stomach twisted, my vision blurred. I couldn't think. Its presence felt like a weight crushing down on me. You looked at me, it whispered. You invited me. It pressed its snout against the window. The glass fogged instantly, darkening, like frost, but black. Let me in. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't think past the terror vibrating in my bones. Then, from somewhere down the road, another sound echoed. A low rumble, soft footsteps, and then a faint glowing light. White, soft, calm. A shape approached. A dog, but smaller, gentle, bright like it was made of moonlight. The white Cadejo, the protector. The black Cadejo recoiled, snarling silently. The white one stepped between us, its body lowering into a defensive stance. Light poured off it like a shield. The black one circled, furious, hooves cracking the pavement. The white one didn't move. For a moment, the world held its breath. Then the black Cadejo lunged. No sound, no impact, just darkness smashing against light. The road shook. Dust lifted. My car rocked on its suspension. I covered my head as the shadows lashed against the brightness, twisting, clawing, collapsing into a blur of motion. Then, suddenly, it stopped. The light pulsed, the darkness recoiled, and vanished, just like that. The road returned to silence. The white Cadejo turned toward me. Its eyes weren't glowing like the black ones. They were soft, warm, almost human. It stared at me for a moment, then stepped forward and touched its nose to my front bumper. My car restarted instantly. The lights brightened, the battery bars filled, even the radio flickered back to life. When I looked up again, the white Cadejo was gone. I drove until sunrise without stopping once. I don't even remember most of the road. My mind was on autopilot, trying not to collapse. When I got home, there were hoof-shaped burns on the driver's side door, and the smell, that horrible sulfur smell, lingered inside the car for days. I never drove at night in that region again. But here's the thing that keeps me awake. The Cadejo didn't attack me because I was evil, or drunk, or lost. It attacked me because I looked at it, because I acknowledged it. And now, sometimes when I walk home alone, I hear hooves behind me, soft, slow, patient. Maybe the white one still protects me, or maybe the black one is waiting for the night I forget to be afraid. Thank you for watching. If this story made you hesitate before driving at night, don't forget to support the channel. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next nightmare. Your engagement keeps AI nightmares alive and keeps the Black Cadejo from finding someone else tonight.